Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Wambua. Actually, our YouTube channel is Glamour Design Studios, and you're welcome to subscribe, like, and view all our videos. So for today, what I have in store for you is we are going to do one-point perspective. All the basics are going. I'm going to explain all the basics of one-point perspective, and we're going to under one example. So I think we can get started. So for the basics of one-point perspective, you should understand some key points, and these key points include the eye level, the line of vision, a picture plane, and a vanishing point. With all this, you can come up with any one-point perspective for either an interior of a room, an interior of a student cubicle, an interior of your house. Yeah, so that is one-point perspective. I won't dig deep in one-point perspective and all it entails, but technically I'm going to discuss all these points. To begin with, I'm gonna pick the picture plane because the picture plane is where I'm going to get all the other points. So my picture plane, I can choose a rectangular, just to have a straight line. I can choose a rectangular picture plane. This is a rectangular picture plane. So from the picture plane is where you're going to get all the other points before taking or originating the other points from the other points of the room from the vanishing point. So for my case, if I'm seated or I'm standing, for my case I choose standing. I'm going to have my eye level at this point, choosing that either I'm seated or standing. So I'm going to call that the eye level. So perpendicular, directly from where I'm seated, I'm going to draw the line of vision. That's, for example, my eyes are somewhere here. These are my eyes. So directly. So I'm gonna draw the line of vision. So from the line of vision and the eye level, I have a vanishing point here. This is a vanishing point. So it's from the vanishing point you're going to come up with either a cubicle or anything. So I'm going to extend all these lines outside the from the edges. From the edges, I'm going to extend. So let me start with this side. The line can go to infinity, but obviously the paper has the boundaries. So into the fact that they go to infinity, but for my case I won't choose infinity. I might end up just drawing a line, to complete it. Okay, that was wrong. So with a clear vanishing point, technically what I advise people is from the picture plane, use a light pencil. Lighten up this. You can make this bold because these are the borders for example a room. So now we already have a vanishing point a high level, line of vision, and we have come up, we have been able to generate an interior of a room. So that is all for that. So just to have something that has all the details within, I'm going to pick a pencil and I'm going to make a picture plane. So technically, if you're a student and you choose your choice of paper for the institution you're learning design, you can either choose to have margins to create something that is creative. You can have margins. You can have somewhere where you're going to write your title block. For example, here I can write my name. So my name, this is Wambua. This is Wambua. You can find me on social media platforms using This is Wambua, from Twitter, Instagram, and the others. So just to get started, technically when you're drawing something and you have a lot of space to utilize, I advise that you try and fill 80%, almost 80% of the sheet that you are using. Try and fill it. So to come up with a picture plane, actually I'm using a 4B just for clarity. So this is a 4B and this is a picture plane. This is a bold picture plane. This is a bold picture plane. Is a bold picture plane. Is a bold picture plane. So from the picture plane, I can decide to come up with the eye level. So my high level from a room. So I've reduced the pressure of the pencil so that I can come up with some lighter lines. So I have my high level and this is the line of vision. So I have come up with a vanishing point. So from the vanishing point, I can decide to, using the 4B, I can decide to vanish these lines. They can go to infinity. So you can just choose to either rub and remain with the vanishing point. So this is the vanishing point. And from the vanishing point, I've been able to come up with an impression of the room. So everything that happens in this room, all the details that are on this side or this side of the room, are going to originate from the vanishing point. So we can say this is the ceiling. So this is the ceiling. This is a wall, and this is the floor. Technically, if you put some details here, considering that you're drawing a classroom, this line, if you have some details here, you won't be able to see it. So this, already with this, is an impression of one point perspective. So let's consider I want to put some windows on this side. So you identify the height of the windows from here to here. So let's say the height of the windows is from this to either as at this place, this position. So the windows on this side, you're going to vanish them. You're going to vanish them and have them on this side. So let's get started. So I can divide this space and have two windows. These are two windows. Those are two windows. So even all the details of the windows also they should also originate from the vanishing point. So for example, the window has can I say divisions of 1 centimeter. You can choose the division of 1 centimeter. So that has gone so perfectly. So with my 4B, I'm going to make it lighter. So currently what I'm doing, I'm vanishing all the points. So after vanishing all the points, I've been able to come up with an illustration of how the windows will look like. So as I was saying, all vertical lines remain vertical in respect to the picture plane. So the picture plane, these are my subdivisions of the window. These are my subdivisions. All details come later. I'll add the details later. So for example, those are probably the windows. So let's say on the other side of the wall, there's a concrete bar. So on the size of the concrete bar, actually you should be aware of dimensions. You should not over exaggerate. For example, if there's a concrete beam on this side, you can't over exaggerate this position, but you can for example put it somewhere here and vanish the concrete beam. So from the vanishing point, so you already have a concrete beam. And so just to add a minor detail, this is a minor detail just to bring some difference. So imagine I want to put a door here. So to have a door, I'll the dimension of a door. So if this is the height of one of the picture plane, so I expect the door to be from this position. So I'll vanish. So I can choose this point, my door to be here. So as I said earlier, the vertical lines should all vertical lines remain vertical in relation to the picture plane. So just to make sure I have something that is authentic. It's my door. So all the details from the door, for example, whether if the door has some glasses or some details. So let's say my door has glasses halfway. So halfway I can say by 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter. So it's, for example, halfway. So all these points, I'm going to vanish them. Something is wrong here. So I can make this bolder and have my subdivisions. So all vertical lines remain vertical. Then any horizontal line you want to add it as a detail, you should do this. It should be perpendicular to either to the floor or to the dimensions here. So let's say I want to have something like this. Then I can vanish this. Something like that. So owing to the fact that you also want to have lightings on the ceiling, you should identify the positions of the light. So if the lights are at the center are distributed. So in my case, the lights are distributed from this point and this point. So what I'm going to do, I'm also going to vanish. The position, I can choose this position. So here are my lightings. So technically, what is very important is to understand how the vanishing point and how to vanish your details. So you should understand all the details in a room originate from the vanishing point. So for them to obey perspective, they should be vanished. So I've vanished this on this side, vanish this on this side, and this side. Everything is vanished. So, and or technically, what I can say, everything is put into perspective. So, having touched on all the sides, I can talk about what to put from the floor. For example, I was drawing a classroom, so I can choose this. This is the height of the desks. This is the height. Let me have the line to be bold down. So that's the height of the desks, and the first desk is from this position to this position. The other one is from this point to this point. So you vanish. You vanish this. So from this point, you can come up with a desk. Can come up with a desk. Vanish. I'm coming up with desks. There are a lot of mistakes that people do. For example, personally, I might have committed the mistakes. You having the desk get inside the wall. So I can wrap up this video from that point, because you've understood all what it entails, and the relationship of vanishing point, picture plane, the line of vision, and how to vanish the details. So thank you very much. You can subscribe to our channel, and more videos on perspective are on the way. Please subscribe, comment, like. All the best. Thank you.